Welcome to another lunch break with D Bishop. With it being the month of April, we had went over on previous episodes, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We went over the death, burial, and the resurrection, what Christ had done, the sacrifice that he made, and the love that he shown that while we were yet sinners, that Christ died for us. And as I look at the month of April, that's also a time that I reflect on the love for my wife. That is my wife's birthday. And, that's also our anniversary. And this year we celebrated 17 years married. So I had people saying to me, man, y'all should do like a marriage, marriage counseling, marriage class, something like that, with the years that y'all have been together. So in this particular episode, this is for the couples. This is a little something to give you some encouragement. So let's get into it. I can't lie, I felt hypnotized when our eyes connected. That's the first time that I seen beauty perfected. God directed me to see the rose, surrounded by thorns torn, although you still grow. Now, even though I didn't know your name, there was a glow that showed like a kindled flame. And I knew that I would never be the same. Was thinking what I would say whenever the day came, and eventually got the opportunity to approach you very respectfully, knowing that you were meant for me, meant to be. After 3 months already on bended knee, a year passed and at last you became my bride. I made a promise to God, never leave your side, and I will take my vows to you serious. This is from the heart, so I hope you're hearing this. The love we have no man can take, and the bond that we share let no man break, girl, 'cause you'll always be a part of my heart. For better or worse, till death do us part. I knew that I was the one for you. If we put God first, we can make it through. It's true. With him, nothing we can't do. I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you. So in Proverbs 18:22, it says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And then as we go into also Matthew 19:6, it says, they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. So in these particular scriptures, we see the importance. We see that God is pleased with marriage. He is pleased with this unity, with this bond. But of course, it has to be rooted in him. Of course, as we are becoming one in one flesh, that means that we are like-minded. So, in this day and age, we see people that, we see the divorce rates, skyrocketing. We see, people not lasting, relationships not lasting. And, that could be for different reasons. That could be because of, different struggles, different burdens, challenges that they have faced. People get wrapped up in, in financial burdens, in, different everyday life struggles that has, consumed them and burdened them. And then it comes to the point that it contaminates and affects the marriage. Also sometimes there's people that get into marriage and, still have something that's deep inside that is, that they haven't dealt with, things that they haven't given to God. So not only has that consumed them, but, they carry that on to the relationship and then to the marriage because they haven't dealt with scars. They haven't dealt with, things that they've been through. And then there's the last that, some people, they are not like-minded going into, that bond that, I know people that have got married and one was a believer and one wasn't. So one is trusting in God and has a life of faith, and the other doesn't believe altogether. So of course it's not rooted in God from the beginning. So it's no wonder that it's destined to fail from the beginning. So in 1 Thessalonians 5, in that particular chapter, it was talking about the day of the Lord. It was giving us instruction and preparation as children of light. And it goes on to say, let us be self-controlled and put on the armor of faith and love, and a helmet of the hope of salvation. Now, you might be asking, how does this apply to the bond of marriage? Well, as we look at that and we look at the instructions that God is giving us, for everyday life, for salvation, it tells us to operate in self-control. But in the bond of marriage, as to become one, sometimes there will be a lack of self-control, that, you will get angry, and that, because, you don't see eye to eye on a particular issue, and, things like that. And, of course, it says, to put on the armor of faith and love. So as I said before, faith needs to be, the root, in order for your bond to be successful. In order for that, in order for you to love each other, you must first know the love of the Father. And then it goes further down to 1 Thessalonians 5:11. It says, encourage one another and build each other up as you are already doing. So of course, in that bond, we need to be able to encourage one another, to build each other up, that, that iron sharpens iron. So I'm helping you in the areas, and you're helping me as well. And as to become one flesh, we are supposed to be walking in that unity. So God bless you, and I'll check y'all out next week.